Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Your video is about to start. I wanted to remind you of our newer Wednesday, 1 p.m. live stream Q&A on all things Social Security. Visitors are welcome to post a question in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer it. It's on a first come, first serve basis, so please get there on time. Otherwise, if you care to be a member and get some different kinds of perks, feel free to click the join button below or just click it to learn about them. Anyway, I hope to see you Wednesday. If not, enjoy the video. Bye now. Good morning. I wanted to share something that came out today, the 27th, but you probably won't see this till tomorrow. My apologies on that, but it is a share from our national organization, NOSCR, who comes out with a wonderful newsletter filled with helpful information for claimants representatives, both attorney and non-attorney, and I've been a member for quite some time. In any event, and they deal a lot with Washington, D.C. They're very involved, and I noticed they're far more involved than they were when I first became familiar with them and then joined them. So for what that's worth. But in any event, the lead story, what seems to be the lead story for me, it's dated yesterday, and it's from Mr. David Camp, who is the CEO of NOSCR. And he tells us the following, that he knows, Acting Commissioner Lee Dudek and speaks with him regularly. What I thought was important, and I think a lot of people need to know because of the fake news out there. So let's just get it. He states, and I quote, "Many of the reports of staffing changes and Doge access have been wildly inaccurate. Wildly inaccurate. And you can count on NOSCR to remain engaged with SSA productively, undeterred by a media frenzy and politicians using SSA as a prop." I don't know what more I can say about it. He said it in the perfect language there that all should be able to understand. He also discusses speaking with the nominee to be the permanent commissioner of the SSA, as opposed to Lee Dudek, who is just the acting commissioner temporarily. He said, and I always butcher the name, Frank Basignano, who, as you know, had the company Fiserv, which is headquartered in New Jersey. You might hear a lot of rhetoric on social media claiming that all employees hate him. It's kind of ironic because usually when people hate their CEO, they leave. But anyway, maybe only those with backbone, not sure. Anyway, discusses that it is a 6-year term ultimately. And the takeaway point I got, and I will quote it, I appreciated I guess they just met. I appreciated Mr. Besignano's willingness to talk in person at his office. I found him to be engaging, even inspiring, regarding the potential for customer service and modernization improvements at the SSA. And that's a quote. He goes on to say that Frank Basignano has, and I quote here, earned reputation for turning around failing companies and for managing very large teams. He pointed out that his current company moves more money each day than SSA pays in a year, and that he's comfortable with large-scale efficiency transitions, fraud prevention, and public accountability. It's clear, and this is still the quote, that the SSA phone systems, initial and reconsideration backlogs, and antiquated processing of information will all be high priorities. He was interested in our proposals for the efficient sharing of health information, structures that could get NOSCR members out of the business of acquiring and paying for paper or imaged medical records, unquote. There's quite a bit more here, but I don't want to read the whole thing. I just wanted to give you some salient points that I thought were good, and I hope it helps throw some bleach on the frenzy out there that is just serving no purpose. We have a lot of work to do, and as claimants, you all deserve to have representatives who are forward-thinking and looking out for your best interests and following media frenzy, and as he stated, wildly inaccurate reporting as to staffing cuts and whatnot with Doge. It is exactly that, and that is what I hear from everyone at the top of the chain. So I'm just the reporting messenger.